I lost my laughter. I became very sad and then very mad. In the world we live in, we need to feel and tell. We're so stifled. Don't you dare be emotional. Don't show your feelings. Don't.
Push emotions down.
We need to laugh forward together. We have more in common than we do apart.
Heidi Barkwell is a laughter yoga teacher, ambassador and author of Laughing Wellness Play Your Way Every Day.
People have the misconception that, if you do laughter, that means you just have to be happy all the time and you don't feel any other emotion, which is not healthy.
We think we need something outside of ourselves. We don't. It is Mother Nature's cleverest trick at keeping us happy, healthy, and safe. And we can take it anywhere we want.
So many people feel isolated, alone, disconnected. We thrive and learn together, and we actually help each other heal.
We need each other so much now more than ever.
Laughter is a way for us to connect as humans.
We have everything right here inside of us, and we forgot to use our laughter as our own medicine cabinet.
Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Kasim Al Mashat. I am so excited to share today's conversation with someone who's overflowing with joy, laughter, and playfulness. My guest is Heidi Barkwell. She goes by Be Well, and there's a whole thing around that we'll get to. She's known for her upbeat, caring personality, as a certified laughter yoga teacher, ambassador, and author of her new book, Laughing Wellness. Play your way every day, using her infectious laughter to light up rooms and support others. She understands the challenges life can bring and is passionate about showing how laughter can be a path towards playful healing and joy. Join us today as we explore her book and her simple yet profound motto: laughter as a form of accountable well being for a brighter, more joyful life. She will also share some laughter exercises, so stick around till the end. You don't want to miss that. Heidi, a warm welcome to you to the Pause to Elevate podcast.
Yay. Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm super excited.
Oh, thank you so much for being here. Really, I'm really impressed by your journey, and I wanted to start there. You seem to have gone through a transformative experience with laughter. And what would you say, how did it begin, and what was the most difficult part of that transformation?
It started, I'd say, about 19 years ago. 19
Mm.
years ago, I was going through a very traumatic time in my life. And I was at a market, and I
Mm.
was, these kids, there was a clown painting faces. And the kids were all out of order and loud. And I said to the kids, I go, hey, if you guys don't get in line proper, the clown won't get to you to paint your face. So you have to get in line and you got to be quiet. And the clown looks at me and goes, wow, the kids listen to you good. You should be a clown. And I said, well, how much does a clown make? Because where I was in my life, I was completely lost. And
Mm.
actually, this is how I became a certified therapeutic caring clown at the Sick Children's Hospital.
Oh, wow.
I went to the University of Calgary and graduated as a therapeutic caring clown. And my name was
Mm.
Bumble, and my puppet was Bumble. And let's be together and be okay. And and while I was clowning, that's where I was introduced to the laughter yoga. And when I seen the
Mm.
laughter yoga, I went, oh, that's it. That's what I want to pay forward for the rest of my
Mm.
life. So with that intention, and
Yeah.
this is, I'm notorious for running quickly, and then I have to go back for the horse and buggy because I'm so excited. And
Yes, you jump in.
yeah, I just jumped in with both feet. I went to registry. I registered my name, Laughing Wellness. No one else had it, so I was so excited. I registered, and then it took me a couple more years to even become a laughter yoga leader. And
Ah.
it took me, yeah. And then, then I got a website, and I've paid for this website for over 15, 16 years and never used it.
But you are ready. You
I
are
was
ready for that.
ready.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was gung ho. And it's amazing how now it's all aligning and coming into place.
Mm.
Yeah.
Amazing. So what would you say you experienced something that you really connected with laughter? What was that? Like, what happened that something in you just lit up?
Well,
Something felt. What was that?
yeah, yeah. So when I was a kid, I was a happy-go-lucky, curious little kid, and
Mm,
what happened? My parents went through a divorce, and we moved out of a middle class and went into a lower class, into the projects. And
mm,
what I went through as a young little girl, ouch! And it was just I lost my
mm.
laughter. I lost my laughter. I became very sad and then very mad. And
Ah.
yeah, so, and then as a young teenager, I found drugs and alcohol, and that could
Mm,
really cover up and mask any feelings I was feeling. I didn't want to feel. Uh, you know, it's funny now because in school they always said show and tell. Show
right.
and tell, and really in the world we live in, we need to feel and tell. But we were so stifled back then. Don't you dare be emotional. Don't show your feelings.
Mm.
That's just, put your big girl pants on and never mind. And
Yeah, push emotions down.
correct. So I stayed
Yeah.
numb and dumb for a lot of years and stifled any feelings that I ever would come to surface. Oh, no, can't feel that. So I just,
Ah.
suppressed and suppressed.
So I guess when you did the laughter, it connected you. I mean, laughter has its own emotions, but sometimes people have the misconception that if we do laughter, whether laughter yoga, and we'll explain what laughter yoga is in a moment, but sometimes people think, oh, if you do laughter, that means you just have to be happy all the time and you don't feel any other emotion, which is not healthy. So it's actually all of it, and you're
Yeah.
connecting. So it helped you, I guess. That was, it seems to have been your doorway to connect to your emotions.
Oh, I call it my
Oh,
gateway drug. My gateway
ah,
drug is laughter. It reactivated me. I was laughing for all the wrong reasons. Like I did a bit of stand up. I did, and
mm,
I worked in the bar business and, told lots of, triple X jokes. And,
mm,
it was all quick fix with long term repercussion. It wasn't
mm,
genuine laughter as a as a as a activating my own medicine cabinet because really that's what it did. I didn't need anything outside of myself. It was right here within
mm.
me.
I love how you said that. Can you say some more about that? Like you activated your own medicine cabinets. Like you activated the own, healthy endorphins, the happy
I didn't know that
chemicals
at
in
the
the brain.
time, though. I didn't
Ah,
know when I first did it. I just knew it felt good. I just knew that feeling in me made me feel good. I
ah.
didn't know how to articulate that or like I said, I'd stifled my feelings for so long in my life, but
Push
this was a
emotions down.
genuine, this was totally different and really,
Mm,
truly, I chose it and I continued to choose it. And then when I went and seen the cause and effect it had in me, that's why I went, oh, I got to get certified. And then it was a
yeah.
2-day course and I cried for 3 days. I couldn't believe I was crying the way I was crying. I was like,
In the
"Oh
laughter
my God."
training. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and then I went home and cried. There I am working for this, doing my job, bawling my eyes out and not knowing why. But just
Ah.
it just bubbled out of me everything that I had suppressed for so long.
Wow. You know what a courage it takes to actually allow yourself to feel, because feelings can be scary and can be overwhelming and can be big. And sometimes we cope by pushing them down. And here you are, you actually had the courage. I mean, first of all, to do 2 days of laughter. And then you had the courage to let yourself feel emotions and not even stifle it. Then, like, that must have been like, what was that like?
Oh, scary. I was
Yeah.
scared. I like and I was at work and I didn't want anyone to see me because, I've never even cried in front of anybody. I'll run to another room or, so there I am working outdoors and I think I was I'm not sure where I was in the city, but I was just bawling all the time and not letting anybody see me. And
Yeah.
it was overwhelming, but I knew it felt right. Again, it went back to the
Mm.
feeling, listening to my inner compass, which I had blocked out for so long. I've never allowed
Oh.
that to feel, or don't you maybe in excitement, me running to grab registry my name, like I'd seen a light, that laughing
Yeah,
wellness
yeah,
was
yeah.
my light, but I didn't know how or why or anything. I just knew that felt good, right? So, and then this process of getting certified, bawling, and not really still really understanding, just kind of going with the flow and letting it
Yeah.
take me on this spectacular adventure I've been on for the past 19 years.
Yeah. There's so many qualities about your journey that are really inspiring because you followed some yes in you, right? Without knowing. I think a lot of people, they want to know exactly where something is going to lead them before they take a step. And, part of your mindset seems to have been like, this feels really good. Let me take a step and see where it takes me. Like there's a, in mindfulness, we speak about that. There's a
Yeah.
curiosity, there's a not knowing, there's a willingness to discover. And wow, it opened up so many doors for you,
Yeah, and
this
I was
laughter.
gonna quit many times, like, when I was just a leader and I would try and, lead and they're, have an event and nobody'd show up and there's me laughing with the chairs by myself, pretending
Laughing, trying to teach laughter, and nobody there. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
going there. And you know how many times I said, "I'm quitting this," and then, "Oh, Heidi, can you do a laughter?" Like, you're
Yeah.
playing with me here, like. And then
Yeah.
it was glorious. In 2014, I was invited to join with Calgary Laughter Yoga, and so
Mm,
that made it so much better than being alone doing it. That
yeah.
I had collaborated with some other laughter colleagues, and that was really transformative to be supported and to have
Oh,
people.
beautiful. So part of the community, right? And
Again,
so you're
yeah.
in
Oh,
Calgary and part of the community in
yeah,
Calgary.
yeah.
Yeah.
Calgary
Yeah.
Laughter Yoga, and I to this day I rave. Communities are new currency. We need this communities, and I live by my communities. I have a few of them that keep me going. And again, it's all about I'm a super feeler. That's my superpower. Is just feeling.
Mm.
So yeah.
I love how you said that. Community is a new currency, really, because I mean, so many people feel isolated,
Oh,
alone, disconnected, and really, we're meant. I mean, we're social creatures. We thrive and learn together, and we actually help each other heal.
we need each other, especially
Yeah,
now being so
yeah,
bamboozled and everything that's going on with, this propaganda. And we need each
mm,
other so much now more than ever. That's why
yeah,
I'm building that military of laughter warriors and disruptors, because we need to laugh forward together. We have more in
yeah.
common than we do apart.
Yes. One of the things that struck me myself about laughter and the laughter yoga, laughter community is, the founder, Dr. Kataria, who's a physician from Mumbai, India. And I did my certification for the teacher training with him,
Oh,
and
nice.
it was amazing. Like he really means this breaking barriers between people. He really means that. Like, let's break barriers, cultural, racial, economic barriers. So laughter is a way for us to connect as humans, not to isolate or subjugate or so. That's really powerful.
Yeah, he thank goodness for Dr. K. I told him it's all his fault why I wrote the book, and why I'm such a good human being.
Yeah.
It's the whole laughter yoga community. It's just me. Laughter sweetened me up enough to laugh at myself and go, ha 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 ha, namaste, get out of my own way, and you know, be the best person that I can be. And it's
Mm.
it's been great.
Mm.
Yeah,
Clearly, you're living this, so you really
yeah,
are.
yeah.
I'm wondering, can you share for folks who have never heard of laughter yoga and like, what is this thing? And we'll
So
do practices later, but just for folks who've never
sure.
heard of it.
So laughter yoga is a unique concept where anybody can laugh without relying on comedy, humor, or jokes. We initiate laughter in a room with eye contact and childlike playfulness, and it
Mm.
soon turns into real contagious laughter. And it's been scientifically studied that the body can't differentiate between real and simulated laughter if it's done with
Mm.
willingness. Then the body will reap the same psychological and physiological benefits. So
Ah.
yeah, and it started in the Mumbai Park with 5 people in 1995, and we're celebrating 30-year anniversary in March of laughter
Wow.
yoga.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's amazing.
yeah,
That's truly amazing. So if yeah, it's really quite effective way of connecting and being. And you know, sometimes we all kind of hear of the word of like, you know, laughter is the best medicine, but there's really good research about that. So what would you say, what are some benefits for even like why laugh? What are some benefits?
there's just so many. Okay, so it lowers your blood pressure. It raises your immune system.
Mm.
There's, geez, the benefits are astronomical. You have your own opioids,
Yeah.
dopamine. That's where the word dope came from. Your neurotransmitters that
Yeah.
make us feel good hormones. You've got your serotonin, your love hormone, your little love hormones. There's so many, the getting your daily dose of dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, endorphins, and we do the daily cocktail laughter.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's amazing what it really does physically, mentally, and emotionally. How
Yes.
it changes us, and it's Mother Nature's cleverest trick at keeping us healthy, happy, and safe quickly.
So there's a physiological change that actually happens when we laugh, and even neurocircuitry in the brain is different than kicks in when we are in a moment of laughter. And you're talking about as well physical benefits, psychological benefits. So there's actually quite document, you know, cardiovascular
Oh,
benefit, you know,
so
lungs, people struggling with breathing. Like there's
Oh,
so
yes,
many
lung
benefits.
capacity. It increases your lung capacity.
Yeah,
People that have asthma, with any kind of OCP, like there's so many benefits. I mean, I'm
yeah.
not the doctor. I'm just, trying to play it out there. But actually, I just did a 2.0 season 7, and they've talked about a lot of with dry eye syndrome, with
Mm,
genes, your genes. People say, oh no, it's hereditary, I'm going to have diabetes. No, no, change your genes.
yes.
We can change, because people say no, it's hereditary. No, no, we can change our genes. We can change these things
Yeah.
in our life with eat well, sleep well, exercise well, with laughter. These little things can change our makeup and our genes. And I'm trying to think of the other word. I can't think of it right now.
Mhm.
But these things all
No, you're right. You know, there's actually a lot of research
oh yes,
in the whole area of like genetics and
yes,
epigenetics.
thank
They
you.
look into, you
Genetics.
know, there's sometimes people think genetics is a like a life sentence, and but it's not always the case because we can upregulate the genes and downregulate genes when we
Yes.
take care. You know, and there's a lot of research, mindfulness around that, and
I
laughter around that. Yeah,
Yeah. Like I'm a
yeah.
walking billboard of factual that it's changed my whole life, physically, mentally, emotionally. I've just turned 22 with 40 years experience, and everybody goes, "No way, you can't be." I go, "Oh yeah, look at that."
You know, I just you have such a like a bright heart. You really do. And you know, sometimes when people begin laughter, is it's a little uncomfortable.
Oh
You know, I've
yeah.
been teaching for a while,
Oh
and
yes.
it can be for me too. First time I tried it, 2000 whatever it
Oh,
was, 6
of
or 7.
course.
I wanted to walk out. Like I was like, this is just weird. You know, I was in graduate school, and I was like, you know, I'm an
Absolutely.
academic. What are people going to think of me? And I felt very uncomfortable. And I was like, this is a checklist. I'll never do this ever again. And then I remember the leader at the time, you know, he said, just, yeah, try it again if you want. See if it feels the same way next time. And I tried it again. And I was like, actually, I miss laughing. I miss laughing this way, like deep laughter. I had tears coming out of my eyes, and my brain was confused. I'm like, I don't know why I'm laughing.
Oh, I know. It's true. Like, it's amazing. That's why I
Yeah.
say it reactivates your medicine cabinet. You don't even know it. You know, like, it's
Yeah.
just we forgot. We've been so bamboozled with so much social media, so much. Do this. You need that. You need this. You gotta go. We have everything right here inside of us, and we forgot to use our laughter as our own medicine cabinet. We think we need something
Mm,
outside of ourselves. We don't. It is Mother Nature's cleverest trick at keeping us
yeah.
happy, healthy, and safe. And we can take it anywhere we want.
That's right, and it's free. Like we can laugh at any moment we want to, right?
Anytime, anytime.
Yes. I wonder if you can say a little bit about your book. You have the play method. Can you say a little bit about that? What is the play? I know it stands
So
as
my
three,
play,
four letters.
yeah. So it's an acronym that came to me when I was asleep. So play, promote longevity, accountable young-heartedness, because I lived the opposite of that. I demoted myself. I was the
Mm,
master of self-sabotage. I blamed everybody for it, and I was hard-hearted. So
mm,
that's how that came to me because I lived the complete opposite of play. And when that came to me, my brother helped me with the letter A. And he goes, "Yeah, accountable," because I blamed everybody. So he kind of helped me with
ah,
that. And then I thought, yeah, promote longevity, accountable young-heartedness. Because really, I was so hard-hearted. Excuse my language, but my whole mantra was, "What the fuck?" And
yeah.
everybody's fucking stupid. And then, now it's what the fun? Wake the fun up. Like, come on.
That's great.
Like,
What the fun?
what the fun? What the fun? It's, wake that fun up, and, it's like me and my colleague, we went to Niagara Falls for a laughing wellness gathering in Ontario. And we went with Flair. And you know how when you have your check-in, your bag can only be so big. Well, we had all these books and games with us. Well, there we were. It was a good thing I had my coveralls on because I had to smuggle some books and the games and get it out of the bag so the bag would fit in the kiosk. And I thought, this is some good trouble. Not like my past, that I got
Yeah.
myself into some deep shit for crazy reasons. But now, like, wake the fun up and get into some good trouble. And I'm telling you, that is some good trouble. And it feels
Mm.
great.
Ah. So many things. So here's this. What a beautiful acronym you came up with, and just the word when you think play. Like as soon as I hear the word play, even not knowing the acronym, I'm like, oh, I want to play.
Yeah.
Like it makes me curious, and somehow we like playing is how we actually learn growing up. Playing, we learn about ourselves, we learn about
Oh,
connecting, and somehow life gets serious, and we're like, we're adults now. Like let's be quiet. Let's not play. Right? Let's.
exactly. Don't my
Yeah.
whole life. Calm down. Don't quit
Yeah.
laughing. What's wrong with
Yeah.
you? I've been
Yeah.
called an idiot. I can't even count how many times because of me laughing.
Oh,
Are you
wow.
high? But I heard this really great thing that I want to share with you. Her name is Susan Freeman, and I
Mm.
was in a teacher training on the weekend, and she showed this. So she said, "Do you have? Can you see it?
What is it?
A Q-tip?
A Q-tip. Okay, yeah, you're showing a Q-tip. Yeah,
Yeah.
for those of
And do
listening.
you know what
Yeah.
that Q-tip stands for? Quit taking it personal."
Oh, love it.
Me too. I just love it, and I took everything personal as a young little girl, right? I didn't know. I didn't know any different, and now when
Mm,
she showed me that, I went, "I love that," because that was a big part of my past, and problem is because I took everything personal, and it was never
yeah.
personal.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
Quit
how
taking
great is
things
that?
personal. Yeah,
You
we
carry a
yeah.
Q-tip, and when somebody says something to you, "Huh?"
Yeah, yeah. That is great.
Yeah.
See, you're sharing so many things. One of them is, change in perspective, change in paradigm. And I found laughter has helped with that. Like,
Yeah.
we call it value based laughter. So things you can use in your daily life that we'd normally get upset by, but don't get upset by after practicing laughter and laughter yoga.
Hmm.
So, how has that helped you? I'm wondering, like, in your daily life, you've been practicing laughter and laughter yoga. Have you, like, what kind of things have you noticed? Wait, normally you get upset, but you're like,
Oh man.
actually, I mean, of course, it's normal to get upset. This is human,
Yes.
angry, upset,
Yes. I know
agitated, but
exactly.
not to get like can shift it sooner. So I'm wondering, do you have examples for you or people you've worked with where they've normally react this way and now they've changed or you've changed?
For me, I feel like I've learned how not to be reactive,
Mm.
because I think people would try to just piss me off to watch me react. And because
Oh.
I didn't know, I didn't have a filter, I had no self-awareness, so I just was this no filter, high energy kind of. They go, she's crazy, watch, let's do
Mm.
this. And even a few times I've said to God, oh watch, he put that in front of me to see how I'm going to react. And I because I have definitely been a nincompoop and overreacted. And I'm a work in progress. I still catch myself, but I'm just now aware and can see myself to make to redirect myself, right? Um,
Mm.
because it's taken me a long time to even acknowledge and see. So I'm just proud of myself that I can actually do that. And that hilarity creates that clarity, right? Um,
Mm.
it sort of taps into that inner child, so you see the wonder and the curiosity, and then like it just helps you in problem solving. Then I can laugh at myself. Oh, it's like me sitting
Right.
it's like me being here 2 hours early. What, nobody's here, what? And
You
right
to
away
this
I text.
podcast, yeah.
Right away I text instead of taking a breath like I should have, and then went, "Oh, okay, 2 hours," and then I wouldn't even have sent a text. You wouldn't have known either or, right? But again, I don't need to have fear, shame, or guilt of that anymore. My past, I
Mm.
carried that, so that just kind of domino
Oh.
affected at me trying to cover up and hide. No, now I can laugh at it. It's okay to make a mistake. Thank God it's
Right, not take it
okay.
so harshly.
Correct, because I was
Right.
like, perfectionism isn't realism. So I was so hard on myself that how could I have ever learned anything, because I was hiding behind who I
Mm.
authentically am. And I'm authentically messy and happy and make mistakes and
Mm.
learn, and it's all good. Like,
So really just to be yourself, and I guess when, mistakes happen, which we all
yeah.
do,
Well, hallelujah.
it's totally like, how is that possible not to make mistakes? But
In
I guess what
school, yeah, but
yeah.
look, in school, I hated to stand up and read. I would be terrified because I didn't
Mm.
read well. So, and then you'd be laughed at, you'd be felt, less than. And
Mm.
it's funny how instead of in school them going, "Congratulations, you messed up. What did you learn?"
Yeah.
Congratulations for taking the risk to try something out of your comfort zone. And hey, hallelujah, you learned something. Instead of
Right.
looking at, oh, you little loser, like, yeah, you failed. Like, we're just so
Yeah.
funny, the human animal. You know, how sometimes,
So much.
yeah.
Like,
And
that's a missing element. I agree with you. Like, part of growing is learning how to fail and to move forward. Like, and
yes,
there's no way we can create success if we haven't fallen on our face and failed in
we
something and
have
that didn't work.
We
Like,
have
how do
to
we
own our
learn? Yeah.
failures, yes, and that's the
Yeah.
only way. That's how I had to apologize to myself. Once I apologized to myself and went, "Oh, man, I'm sorry I was so rough to you. Sorry I was so
Mm.
rude, and I was really, really rude to myself and nobody else. It was me. I
Yeah.
used to blame everybody. Oh, it was him. It was blah, blah, blah. It had nothing to do with anybody. It was me." And once I turned it
Mm.
on me, became accountable, and I could promote longevity, accountable young-heartedness, is when my life went. Because I didn't listen either, right? I had really shitty listening skills
Mm.
because I was tired of being told what to do because I knew everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to go back to a couple of things, go more deeper into the play element, but also we're talking about being with your, inner child, so to speak. And you have something that you say in the book about drop off the adult,
Yeah.
right? You drop off the adult. So I'm wondering how, can you say a little bit about that? Dropping off the adult within us, but how do we find the balance where we still have to keep a responsible adult that has to take care of things? And so, how do we balance that? Drop off the adult within us, but connect to the child within us. How have you worked with through that?
Well, when I've done a few corporates, I always do a drop off the adult and give yourself permission.
Mm,
Give yourself permission to drop the adult off. Stop the analytical thinking. We've over, like, it's all, this whole planet is under thinking errors. We've overthought. People
yeah.
go, oh, I think. No, please don't think. Please don't think. Please, whatever you do, don't think. Stop with the show and tell. Feel and tell. How are you feeling? Let's get back to how we're feeling. We forgot how to feel. We think everything
Mm,
is in a thought and a thinking and thinking, and we've overthought everything. So that's why I always say, drop off your adult, give yourself permission to let that inner, and I've watched in corporates that they drop their inhibitions and they go to the side, and then you see this light. They're like this at first, it's uncomfortable, they feel silly, I'm too
yeah,
cool
yeah.
for, like, to even do it, and then all of a sudden you see a light, and then they're like, no money can pay for that. That's the prize. That's the treasure and the magic that comes out of laughter. And when you feel that, then
Mm,
you can reactivate that and then choose it as something that you want as a wellness routine for yourself. That's why I say the play
mm.
program. This is how I did it. How can
Yes.
you do it? How do you promote yourself? How do you look at longevity? How do you make yourself accountable, and what's young-hearted for you? I can't tell
Mm,
you. I That's what worked for me. That's why in the book I left little room for you, for anybody who reads a book, to get their crayon out, color, and what works for you. How do you play with
mm,
yourself? Because how I used to
mm.
play with myself, that's a whole different book. That's a
Yeah,
triple X book. I mean, that's not
yeah.
even right. So now that I've flip that switch and, honor who I am, and I'm just sharing how I did. How do you play with your, play your way every day?
Mm.
Because what
So it
works
becomes a
for,
practice.
yeah, it's just a
Yeah,
practice
yeah,
and
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
choice.
And it also seems like, the acronym that you have, the play, it's like intentionally choosing things that can support those four elements.
Correct.
Support longevity, somewhat promotion, promote, like you intentionally choose to do things,
Yeah.
and you have that in the book. Yeah. Can you give us a couple examples of some of these elements so
Okay, so promote.
listeners?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So promote. Do you wait for your spouse to promote you? Do you wait for your parents? Do you wait for
Mm.
work to promote you? Or do you choose to promote yourself? How do you
Um,
promote yourself? Right? So with longevity, like, I never promoted myself. I demoted myself on a constant. Uh,
mm.
I did not know how to promote myself because I thought that was being arrogant. If somebody,
Okay. Yeah, yeah,
being
yeah.
arrogant, oh, how dare I put myself first or say I'm good at anything, because that would be boasting, and then I'm
Ah.
conceited and arrogant. And yeah, so I didn't know the difference, but promoting myself and saying, apologizing, and then promoting myself by, quit drinking, or making my bed, as little as making my bed every morning. uh, you
Mm,
know uh, it's a promote to myself, brushing my teeth. The little
mm.
wins get us to the big picture. And we don't
Ah.
have to take great, big, enormous steps to get to these little things. Eating, like, and then go into longevity. What I used to eat, like, I ate jalapeno Doritos. I quit smoking and started eating those jalapeno Doritos. Well, after 2 years, I looked like those jalapeno Doritos. I was like, what? And it's taken me how many years to work off the Doritos?
Yeah.
So, but now I watch what I put into my mouth, what I eat.
Yeah.
I'm conscious of what I read. I'm conscious of what I listen to on music,
Yeah.
even the music that read a
What you consume, not
correct.
just food-wise, content.
Content, listening, what I surround myself with. Am I going to sit around people that are complaining and whining all the time, or am I going to sit myself around people that want to do good, do-gooders,
Mm.
that I would have considered geeks or something, in my
Mm.
past.
Hello, everyone. I just wanted to quickly thank you for stopping by and watching this content. It truly means the world to me that you're interested in creating positive change. I also want to invite you to join our amazing community. I have free events online about mindfulness, mindfulness based stress reduction, laughter, as well as retreats that you can do from the comfort of your own home. And are you ready for this? Self paced program that you can do about mindfulness and stress reduction. So you can join the newsletter below to stay up to date on all these goodies. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and press that button. It really helps me to keep this content going and reach out to more guests. Thank you so much again, and may you continue enjoying watching this episode.
So, and then with accountability, I blamed it's my parents' fault. My parents shouldn't have had
Right.
children. God, that guy, he was so mean. How could he be like that to me? And it was never nobody until I
Oh.
looked at myself and went, aha, that was my choice. I allowed it to happen. I allowed that to
Mm.
happen to me because I was demoting myself and I was the master of self sabotage. So why wouldn't they treat me like that? I didn't know how to
Ah.
set an example of me being nice to me.
So the being accountable to yourself is one of the elements that helped you work with that self sabotage. Like
Mhm.
taking responsibility. Is that how you mean? Like you
Correct.
took responsibility for things you've done and doing
Yes.
things
I owned up
differently.
to my mistakes. I didn't hide from
Wow.
them. I didn't lie about them and hide behind them anymore.
Mm.
I said, no, I did that. And courage, it takes courage, like you said
Yeah.
earlier. And I know that's a hard word for a lot of us, but it sets us free. After
Yeah.
we have the courage to step up to our failures and maybe shortcomings that we feel, it really isn't. Those scars become your stars. That makes
Mm.
those are your superpowers. And here I always thought, oh, I'm going to be weak, or if I'm vulnerable, or if I tell, that I'm hurting right now. But like I said, when I became accountable, everything sort of fell into place. It was like,
Mm.
wow.
Because that's a change of mindset. I mean,
Oh,
from
yeah.
just blaming everyone, and you're not excusing someone. Like if someone did something that was hurtful or inappropriate, you're not saying, "Oh, it's fine," but you're saying, "Wait a minute, let me take my part and
Yeah.
deal with life differently." This is not excusing bad behaviors. This is not excusing negative things that people do. You're just saying, "Okay, what do I do?" Because just blaming them doesn't help transform you, and you shift it to what could you do different
Yeah.
to deal with your pain and improve your life. Like you've been focusing on how to improve your life rather than focusing about everyone that caused you the pain.
Well, they were my teachers in retrospect.
Yeah.
They came to me because I needed to learn that. So me finding the silver
Mm.
lining instead of blaming and going, what do I need to learn here? Why do,
Yeah.
because I didn't know how to, again, show them how I needed to be treated because I just
Ah.
demoted myself all the time. So why wouldn't
Oh,
they
that's the
promote?
demotion you mean. Yeah. So putting yourself down
Correct.
rather than lifting yourself up, the promote. That's another meaning that you have then for
Yeah.
promote instead of putting yourself down. Ah, okay.
Yeah. So I
Mm.
showed them how they should treat me. And until I could
Mm.
be aware and then change that around, and then being so hard-hearted. I spoke really ill-mannered. Like when I think
Mm.
about my words back then, I was so harsh. Like
Mm.
I was harsh. But I it's okay because I had all this armor on that I'd carried from a young child. So
Yes.
that armor worked when I was that young little girl.
You needed that.
Correct, to survive, and I did survive, but I don't need that armor anymore. I don't need to speak like that
Yeah.
anymore. It's taken me years to de-arm and lighten that load of, I don't need it. I'm okay now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, this is powerful. Like you're actually honoring the armor that served you. Like we
Oh, yeah.
form armors growing up because of hurt and pain that helps us cope. So there's a time that it does help, but there's a time when if we leave it to autopilot, we live armored the rest of life when we don't need it. And you've discovered, wait a minute, I actually like there's things I don't need to be armored and closed off. Maybe it helped me before, but not anymore. So that's growing, right? That's a
Yeah.
metamorphosis. That's a change. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And learning to listen because I never listened years ago. And now,
Mm,
if someone tried giving me constructive criticism, I'd puff up like a puffer fish and forget you. You look at your shit, don't look at mine. But now I can actually listen.
yeah,
Okay, okay, and
yeah,
that's still a process. You would work
yeah.
on, but yeah,
But even as you said that, like someone gives you feedback, if we use your acronym and one of them is the P for promote, it's like you use it to grow, right? If
yeah,
someone gives you criticism, you're like, what can I use to grow rather than get defensive?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So I think we got all of them, but the why. Can you say about the why out of your
Uh,
play
just
acronym?
yeah, the young-heartedness. I just had
Mm,
become because I lost my laughter. I just became so hard-hearted. So anything that
mm,
was funny to me had to be triple X or
mm,
foul or
mm.
because I was in that fuck it. Nothing's good.
Yeah,
Everything's
yeah,
angry, and this is how I walked around like this, angry. And
yeah. Frowning
I worked
face. Yeah.
around with a girl, and she would come up to me like this.
Adjust your forehead.
Yeah, because I didn't even know. Like at the end of I was a lifeguard for 15 years. This is how I knew I had to get out of the job because this was me at the end lifeguarding. The kid would run and wipe out, and I'd go, "Ha ha! Told you not to run." And the guy,
Oh no.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So, and I caught myself and went, "Okay, I need to make a change.
yeah.
There now. I have to start checking myself before I wreck myself." And really, truly, yeah, that's when I knew it was time. I shaved my head, sold my house, got rid of everything I owned, and reconnected with my father after 23 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So where did you go?
Belize. We met in Belize and opened up a sports bar, and it's now been 21 years. I go every year, and my dad will
Wow.
be 89, and my mom is here in Calgary, and my brother. We are just a healthy group now. Like we came from
Mm,
divorce, a lot of, but it's come full circle, and
mm,
yeah, it's just amazing how when you
mm,
put the work in. Self discipline is your treasure and the magic because when you go within, you find your treasures and the magic. And if you
mm,
don't go within, you go without. And like I said, I walked around in a blizzard of misery for a long time. And laughter, like I
mm.
said, laughter was the cool tool that sweetened me up enough to reactivate that within myself.
And you had the vulnerability and courage to say yes to that, to
Yeah, for
actually
some,
lean
yeah,
into that, because it's uncomfortable to lean into that part. But what a transformation, what a healing journey you've been on, and really like being yourself. Like so clearly,
yeah,
you're just being yourself. And what a gift that you can allow yourself, and instead of just guarding yourself and pretending you need to be something, you're just you. Like it's so clear.
yeah,
You're just you. Yeah, and it's a gift. It's a joy to have a conversation with like realness,
yeah. Thank you.
authentic, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Yeah, and you appreciate
Mm.
it when you meet anybody that's the real deal. You're like, "Ah, thanks a lot."
Yeah, totally,
Yeah.
totally. We can relax. There's a part of us can relax. We can just be,
Yes, of course.
totally. Yeah. So I'm wondering, can you share some exercises for the listeners? And so, if you're watching this on YouTube, you'll be able to see. If you're listening this to an audio podcast, you can still follow us.
Yeah,
Just if you're driving, be careful if you're driving or operating machinery. But
yeah.
maybe you can share like some different tools and skills that listeners can use to connect to laughter and joy.
Okay, this one I love because we just celebrated Valentine's Day, and I'm not a corporate. a holiday kind of gal. I don't celebrate any of the corporate holidays. I don't need someone to tell me I love you or I need to buy you something because it made me think of you and fill our
Mm,
landfills with a bunch of crap. So I like, we're always looking for our sweetheart and
mm,
our outside of ourselves, but your sweetheart is right here within you. Everyone
you're
has
pointing to the
a
heart. Yeah.
sweetheart, our own sweetheart, our very own. So I always put our hand up on our sweetheart, on my sweetheart, because I want to show you my sweetheart. And I'm going to
Yeah.
take a
So you're
breath,
creating a
a
form of a
heart
heart with your
with
hand on
my
your heart.
hands,
Yeah.
and I'm putting it over my heart, and I'm taking a little breath in, and I'm going to giggle together. And share my sweetheart. Very good. Very good.
Very good.
Yay!
Yay!
And I love the very good yay because this is a
Yeah.
power pose. This is a power pose. We can't be angry up here. This is a
Yeah. Yeah.
yes, yes.
So if you haven't done this before, this is one part of laughter yoga. It's like a cheer. We clap, saying very
Well, that's
good, and
great.
raise our hand up high. It actually changes how we feel, right? It really does, because you're opening your body, you're raising your hand. If you know, as long as you have no shoulder pain, you're raising your hand, and the body feels different, like when you
Yes.
change the position of the body. Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
of
yeah.
course, we're a cable of energy, so we're exchanging that energy throughout our body, and yeah, it
Mm,
it, it just changes your whole energy levels. Another
mm.
exercise that I like is stop, stop,
Mhm.
drop. They're not your thoughts, and you throw them down on the ground and you laugh. That imposter syndrome. Stop, drop,
Stop. Drop.
and they're not my thoughts.
Oh, that is great. So we're doing the sign of stop, and we're grabbing thoughts from our head and we're throwing it to the floor. Let's do another one. I love this one. Here we go.
Stop,
Stop,
drop.
drop.
They're not my thoughts. That's the imposter syndrome. The other one is this one. Hey, not today. Stop. Stop.
oh, oh, your elbows behind you, as
Yeah,
if
that's
you're
the
you're pushing
imposter
someone
syndrome.
behind you.
Hey, stop it.
Yeah. Hey,
No,
stop. Ah, okay. You're pushing that behind you. Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
thought that sometimes you know how the gerbil in the wheel keeps going in our little monkey brain and keeps going, and hey, hey,
Like with your elbow, we're pushing them back.
yeah, because I can get those lots of times. So that's what I'll do with myself.
Yeah.
Very good. Very
Very
good.
good.
Yay!
Yay. Yeah, even just the very good yay sometimes surprises people. So simple,
Yes.
like to acknowledge ourselves for good things, to cheer. As kids, we celebrate so many things. We get excited about, like, yay, and we forget to actually acknowledge ourselves as we become adults, or like celebrate little moments, like, wow, good job. Could be even sending an email or doing something. Good job, well done. We so are naturally lean to being self-critical, like
Yes.
voice reclaiming, right? So it's like this is saying, hey, that's okay, let's
Yeah.
catch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, so in this one, I like to use while I'm driving.
Yes,
I have a pen. I keep a pen or a pencil or anything while I'm driving because driving,
yes.
I can get very frustrated, and I'm still quite the nincompoop behind the wheel. This is another reason why I have a little heart on my finger. Is
Yes, a
when
heart.
well, I keep it's a little heart.
Heart, yeah, yeah, it's
Yeah,
like a
it's a
ring.
little
Yeah, yeah,
heart
yeah,
on my ring
yeah.
to remind myself because I can. The old past Heidi would like to put her unicorn horn up, And
Yeah,
then
yeah, to kind of give them flip
yeah,
someone.
flip them the bird, but I'm sending with love. But this reminds me not to. But I use the pencil because when we're
Yes,
driving, we're usually like this. Soon as we put the pencil in our mouth,
yes.
it changes the energy in our facial muscles and it sends
Mm.
a signal to the dopamine in our brain, which signals happy.
Ah, so instead of so as you're so you put on your mouth. Let's see. That is so good. So instead of cussing at someone or flipping
Yeah,
them off,
yeah. I go and put
yeah.
it on.
Oh,
Very
well,
good.
good. Very
Very good.
good.
Yay!
Yay! You make it so much fun. You really are full of joy.
Yay. Thank you.
So I guess if someone hasn't done this before, they may have noticed like, wow, laughter is a lot of breathing, like it's a lot of exhaling, and they may feel their lungs
Diaphragmatic
or
breathing,
their
yes.
chest region, and that's why laughter go also do breathing exercises as well. And I'm wondering, do you have a breathing exercise you want to share for uh, listeners?
Sure. Sure.
Yeah,
So what we're going to do is we're going to breathe in through our nose. We're going to go
yeah.
slow, long, and deep, and then we're going to inhale. We're going to hold for 2, 3 minutes, 2, 3 seconds, and then we're going to
Mhm.
exhale longer. And we'll do it.
Okay,
We'll do it 3 times. Okay.
okay.
Okay. So let's take a big breath in. Put our arms straight out in front of us. Just take a breath in and hold it. Hold it. Hold it. And exhale.
Mm, nice.
One more time. Big breath
Yeah.
in.
So hands towards the body.
Hold it. Hold it and exhale.
Wow, beautiful.
And then one more time. And this time we'll
Yeah,
exhale with a laugh.
yeah.
So big breath in. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. And giggle it out.
Oh, that was beautiful. I can feel my body relaxing, my shoulders going down. So well done. So beautiful. And so simple, right? Like these are so simple things that anyone can do. Taking care of a body, of course, and listening to their body as always, checking with health providers if we're not sure, but there it is. It's available to us free. We can connect with laughter. Yeah.
Keep it
So
simple,
beautiful.
silly. Keep
Yeah.
it
So
simple, silly.
yeah, and effective. It's effective.
Yeah.
So I wonder, just before we end, I'd like to ask you something I ask all my guests, which is this. The name of a podcast is Pause to Elevate. And I'm wondering, what are some ways that pausing has helped you in life? Different ways that you pause. And you might have paused to laugh or different ways.
Oh, man.
Pausing has helped
Pause has saved my life.
you.
Like I was saying to you before, of being so reactive. When I pause to breathe, when I pause to laugh, when I pause and just be silent,
Mm,
has changed, saved, and continues to maintain my life. That pause of laughter.
yeah.
Without
Yeah.
it, it created havoc. So pause
Mm,
is a powerful, great word. It's a
mm,
great word, pause.
yeah.
Always pause for the pause. And no, 100, pause for the pause because
Pause for a pause.
that's
That's
it.
our cause. Hey, that's
That's
magic now.
it.
Pause for a pause. That's
Pause
the
for the
cause.
pause for the pause. And I'm telling you that it's really that is profound because we react. I've always been a
Yeah.
reactor. We think we gotta, oh my God, I gotta do it today. I gotta go, oh, I should have done it. I gotta, no.
Mm, yeah,
It
beautiful.
clears us out when we pause. In
Yeah.
whatever it clears us. Pause for the cause. I love it.
Yes, and you know it slows down the reactivity. But I mean, it's not that are we gonna get reactive? It's when we get reactive, how we're gonna deal with it. And
Well,
you
of
know,
course.
pausing can help us to do that. Just oh wow, to even recognize right now, this is heading the wrong way. Stop. All right, so pausing.
Yeah.
Uh, this has been so enjoyable, and I'm wondering how can people reach you? I know I'll put it in the show notes, all the different social media accounts. I'll connect it below. But I'm wondering, is there what's best website to guide listeners to? If you can say the website.
So you can go to calgarylaughteryoga.com. You can
Mhm.
also go to laughingwellness.com. There's a link there for my book. And
Yes.
I have some links to my YouTube channel that I have some laughter breaks that you can follow.
Great.
Or you can go to internationallaughter.org and look up a laughter club near you or look for me. But if you're somewhere in the world and we're on a different time zone, you can look at International Laughter Club, look up a leader, a teacher, or an ambassador in your area and start laughing today.
Yeah. Beautiful. Well, thank you so much
Thank you
for
so
your
much.
truly authentic laughter, just joyous heart, and real humanity in you. I've so enjoyed this conversation with you,
Yay.
and may your life be continue filled with joy and ease, and may it bring you wonderful adventures. And I
Thank
really want
you,
to thank you
Kaiser.
for your share and your book, and thank you so much. And I want to thank all the listeners for listening and watching. And if you found this useful, please share. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. It really helps me share this work and continue inviting guests. Thank you, everyone. May our life be filled with ease and may it be present in as many moments. Thank you.
Thank you too.
Hello there, and thank you so much for stopping by this channel. I hope you find this content useful, and if you do, feel free to hit that subscribe button. It will really help me to reach to more people and keep this content going. Here we are journeying together, and let's see where this takes us.